Hey guys, this is Sam aka MPNG. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to give you guys a rig rundown of my current touring rig that I use for an artist called Contra K. It's one of the biggest German rap artists, and we did a tour in December 2022, and I just filmed my rig. So yeah, have fun with it and let's go. Okay, let's first start off with the basses. The most important thing, I use the Yamaha BBP35 in Midnight Blue, and I have the exact same bass just in vintage Sunburn as a backup. And yeah, I just use the front pickups because I can get a more direct sound from them. And yeah, that's what I do, that's what I use. These basses are sitting right next to me on a Hercules stand. So let's talk about strings. So I'm so happy that Elixir Strings is supporting me. I'm so happy to be an artist and to endorse these guys. The strings I use are the nickel plated steel strings, and I have a weird tuning. So I go from E to C. So the tuning is E, A, D, G, C. So it's actually the lower 5 strings of a 6-string bass. I have this tuning because I feel like I can play better chords, because in my solo project, when I don't play for a rock band or a hip-hop act, I play chords and solo stuff, and it's so much better to play chords like this because you don't have to play all the way up there on the 12th fret. You can play chords down there and they sound amazing. And yeah, that's why I use this tuning, and I always keep this tuning on all of my basses so I'm not confused. I want to create no-brainer situations for myself. That means everything is the same. I just pick up my bass, it's always tuned the same, and I know what I'm getting myself into. I also play a synthesizer, and for my bass synth, I chose the Novation Bass Station 2, which is an amazing and very affordable synthesizer. And yeah, I'm not sponsored by Novation or anything. That's why there's a Shure sticker on there. I really love the Novation Bass Station, and the cool thing about it is you can save a lot of presets. As a stand for the Novation Bass Station, I use the Gibraltar GEMS, which is an amazing, solid, and secure stand for any synthesizers, and you can really have it in a cool angle. It's actually the most stylish synth stand I saw out there, and I actually initially saw it when I saw a live gig from Rihanna. I think the keyboard player from Rihanna, he had all of his keyboards like angled in this cool way. That's when I was like, okay, I need these kind of stands. And actually Gibraltar is a drum hardware company, so yeah, some people might hate me, some people might love me. I use the Line 6 Helix floor, and I'm hooked on this stuff. I tell you guys, I use Helix everywhere. I have 2 Helix floors, I have a Helix rack, and I also use Helix Native as a plugin for Ableton. And so I have all of my presets always synced, always backed up, and always available to me wherever I go. And I think it's the best system for me. I'm kind of a new kid in this whole thing. I've never been a real fan of like tube amps and like old pedals and everything, but please guys, hate me. I think the most important thing is your technique on the bass, you know, your craft. And of course it's all about the gear, but it's not all about the gear. It's like you have to have your knowledge, your skill, and then if you add great gear on top of it, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I love smart systems. I think there's a lot more to come. Okay guys, let's talk signal flow. So the first input is actually the guitar in, and I have my backup bass usually plugged in there. So this was like a sound check situation, so I didn't have it ready. But this is actually the input where my wired backup bass is plugged into. That's guitar in. Then we have auxiliary in, and that is my bass synth. Then we have the mic in, and that is my main bass. So why do we use the XLR? The wireless Shure unit has a XLR output, so it's easier to just plug it in like that and not have an adapter or anything, so we can get the best possible signal. We have a send out that goes to my bass cabinet. Then we have the outputs for front of house. Number one is synth, and then the other one is bass. Lastly, we have the MIDI out, because I run a MIDI cable from the Helix to my Novation Bass Station 2, so whenever I change a preset on the Helix, the preset on the Novation changes automatically. So I'm this kind of set and forget person. So I want to have fun on stage, you know? I want to have my setup to be a no-brainer setup. And that's why I have each song on one preset, so I just click next. Next preset, next song. So I actually don't look on the set list that my tech puts next to me. I just look on my Helix and say, okay, that's the song, and then next. Sometimes when I have space, I have some blocks in the Helix, I write information into the Helix, so I just have to look down. I don't write things on the set list, I just write stuff, information I need to know, which preset, if there's a chorus or like the key of the song or anything, I just write it into my Helix, so I'm ready to go. And if my Helix goes down, yeah, there's of course a backup. So guys, let's talk MIDI mapping. So whenever I flip to another song, whenever I change a preset on my Helix, my Novation Bass Station 2 changes as well. And not only that, I have the expression pedal from the Helix mapped to the cutoff filter of the Novation Bass Station, and so I can just have one hand, if I choose to, I can just have one hand on the Novation. And you know, sometimes we have sections in the song where I need to have the cutoff filter, and then in the next bar or something I have to play something on the bass, so I'm more free, you know, and that's what it is, you know. Actually, all these things, all these mappings and automations you can do is just to make you better on stage. Because what is your job? Your job is to play, you know. Your job is to perform, to show your skills, to, you know, build an emotional relationship with the audience. So everything that takes away from that, it's not helping you. So we have to make sure that, you know, we are happy on stage, we feel free on stage, and we can express ourselves, and that is what that does. And that's why I'm like, okay, I need MIDI mapping, I need that, and that's what I did. So all of the band members have communication mics and vocal mics, so I actually have a switch where I can sing. I sometimes sing a hook or something, and yeah, we can switch those mics either to be used as a communication mic or as a vocal mic. I always like to have a phone mount, a mount for my iPhone there, because sometimes I, you know, even record myself or the show or something, or during rehearsal, you know, I might want to make some notes, or WhatsApp, send a picture and do an Instagram story, you know, and everything. So it's a good thing to always have on a mic stand. Aguilar was so kind to send over this amazing bass rig. With this setup, I have a DB751 amp and two DB410 cabinets, and we actually customized those cabinets, and you can check out the video somewhere around here. I'm gonna link it for you guys. This amp is so powerful. We haven't reached 50% of the volume yet. There's no need to really turn it up all the way. Our front of house engineer likes to get a little bit mid-range from the cab with a Sennheiser 906E. We all use in-ear monitors because we play to a click track and Ableton. That's why we all need our in-ears, and it's also the best way. I love playing with in-ears, and I'm so thankful that I got these molded Fisher amp in-ears, even with my logo on it. I'm so happy to be a part of their artist family, and that they support this tour. Big shout out also to Summer Cables that supported this whole tour, even got me some, like while on tour, got me some new cables for the bass amp, because we needed special good quality cables. Okay guys, here's a little sound demo for you.
schwer, deine Worte meiner Brust ist leer. Ich kann schweigen wie der Tod, aber rede mit dem Mond, wenn ich einschlaf. Sehe meine Augen in den Augen meines Sohns und Papa, meine Augen sehen zu viele Geister.
So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little rig rundown. I always love videos like this. I watch rig rundowns myself. Let me know what kind of gear you like to play on, what kind of basses you dig, and yeah, hope to see you soon in the next videos. I want to post videos more frequently. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.